How can a researcher organize a large amount of interview text, observations, or other qualitative material without losing the meaning inside it?
Many people imagine qualitative analysis is simply reading carefully and choosing the most interesting sentences. Is there a clearer process behind it?
Yes. Qualitative coding provides a structured way to label and organize material so researchers can examine ideas and develop interpretations more carefully.
So, coding is not just highlighting something that feels important at first glance?
Right. The challenge is making thoughtful choices about how to approach information, how to organize it, and how to move through analysis step by step. The paper we are discussing is The Coding Manual for Qualitative Researchers, which focuses on approaches for learning and applying qualitative coding processes.
Why does a researcher need a manual for something that seems dependent on personal judgment?
Because judgment is part of the process, but researchers also need ways to make those decisions clearly. A guide can help them understand different approaches and choose methods that fit their perspective.
So, the goal is not removing interpretation, but making the process of interpretation more organized.
Exactly. The work is especially focused on supporting novice researchers by helping them determine appropriate approaches and develop qualitative coding processes.
That means the guide is useful not only for experienced researchers, but also for people who are learning how to begin analyzing qualitative material.
Once researchers begin coding, a major challenge is deciding how to approach their material in a meaningful way.
Could the same qualitative information be examined from different perspectives?
Yes, qualitative material can contain many possible meanings, so researchers need approaches that help them organize information while considering their research perspective.
Does this manual say there is one perfect coding method that everyone should use?
No. Its purpose is to provide guidance on different coding approaches and support researchers as they build their own analysis process.
What does building a process step by step look like?
It means researchers can use incremental processes for qualitative coding data. Instead of trying to understand everything at once, they can develop their analysis through organized stages.
That sounds useful for beginners who may not know where to start.
Exactly. The source explains that the guide can assist novice researchers in determining appropriate approaches that reinforce their perspectives.
So the manual is not just a dictionary of techniques. It helps researchers understand how to make choices.
That is the key point. It provides a framework for learning coding processes and understanding how different approaches can support qualitative analysis.
Then the question becomes not only what the data says, but also how researchers can responsibly organize their way of examining it.
To understand how this guide supports researchers, we can look at the changes and additions in the 4th edition.
What was changed in this edition?
The 4th edition was reformatted into 15 chapters and divided into 3 parts, compared with the 6 chapters in the 3rd edition.
Why is the new structure important?
The source explains that this provides readers with more straightforward and detailed sectional references. In other words, the organization helps readers navigate the material more easily.
Were new coding approaches also introduced?
Yes. The 4th edition introduces 2 new first-cycle coding methods, metaphor coding and theming the data categorically.
First-cycle coding sounds like a term a beginner might not know. What does it mean?
It refers to early coding steps, where researchers begin organizing qualitative material. These methods provide additional ways to approach that initial stage.
Are these methods presented as the only correct options?
No, they are additional approaches included in the edition. The broader purpose is helping researchers understand available methods and select suitable approaches.
Does the guide also support learning through examples?
Yes, It includes a companion website with student exercises and digital content, including screenshots of relevant academic software and detailed thematic mapping diagrams. The main insight from this work is that qualitative coding can be approached as a learnable and organized process.
So, someone new to research does not have to think of coding as an unclear skill that only comes from experience.
Exactly. The guide helps learners understand how coding processes work and how different approaches can support their analysis.
What does the source say about the benefit for novice researchers specifically?
It says the manual can assist novice researchers in determining appropriate approaches to reinforce their perspectives and provide incremental processes for qualitative coding data.
That sounds like it supports decision-making, rather than giving every researcher the same answer.
Yes, qualitative coding involves choices, and the guide provides ways for researchers to understand those choices more clearly.
Does the fourth edition mainly improve access to information, or does it also expand the methods available?
It does both, according to the source. It changes the structure of the manual, introduces new first-cycle coding methods, and provides learning resources designed for teaching contexts.
So, the contribution is a combination of organization, methods, and educational support.
Correct. The work presents these elements as support for learning and applying qualitative coding approaches.
That makes the manual useful, not because it replaces researcher thinking, but because it helps structure that thinking.
When researchers face complex qualitative material, the most important question is not only what information they have, but how they can organize their way of understanding it.
So, the lasting idea from this work is that analysis can be more deliberate when researchers have a clear coding process.
Exactly. The coding manual for qualitative researchers shows the value of structured approaches for learning and applying qualitative coding.
The fourth edition seems designed to make that learning process easier to follow.
Yes, its 15-chapter, 3-part structure gives readers more detailed sectional references, and the edition adds 2 new first-cycle coding methods.
And the companion website adds another layer by providing exercises and digital learning materials.
Right. The source describes student exercises, screenshots of relevant academic software, and detailed thematic mapping diagrams as part of those resources.
Does having a guide mean researchers no longer need to make their own interpretations?
No. Interpretation remains central to qualitative research. The guide supports researchers by helping them approach coding decisions with clearer methods and processes.
So, the perspective shift is that coding is not simply a personal talent. It is a process that can be learned and practiced.
Exactly. The strongest takeaway is that organized coding approaches can help researchers work through qualitative material more systematically, while still allowing their own perspectives to shape the analysis.
That balance is important because structure can guide analysis without removing the human judgment that qualitative research depends on.
Yes. The manual's role is to provide support for the process of understanding qualitative material, while researchers continue to make thoughtful, analytical choices.